Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. And now, in the first half of December, more games under our belt. The power rankings starting to take shape. Taking a look at the Clippers, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Checking out Boston, they have enjoyed a solid start to their season and have a firm grip on their spot in the top 10. I think it's an encouraging sign for this group.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. Dick is out there with Morris, and it's Ingram in at the 3 spot. And for Boston, we got Ben Simmons. Sarr out there with Bird. Then it's Jared McCain. And it's Sabonis in at the center, locking down the middle. Greg, no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams, not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throw in the fact that both these teams play in the same conference. Yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high tonight. Already expanding his game. Sarr trying to get better at attacking quickly off the pass.
Nice shot by Pirtle.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Here's McCain. Nice ball movement by Boston. Just 5 on the clock. Oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Creating contact. Sabonis pulls them right in with that pump fake.
Boston shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
Free throw good. Sabonis.
And like his dad back in the day, DeMontis has an innate ability to process and make quick decisions.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move. Going from good to great, that's tougher and will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent.
Now here's Ingram, coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Pass to Sarr. Over Barnes. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Sarr's got 5 points so far.
With skills like a traditional wing, Sarr might get more looks like that from the mid-range.
Here's Ingram. Ingram drawing the double team. Pirtle sets the pick for Barnes. Inside, and the dunk by Pirtle.
Yeah, well, if you're looking for a pick-and-roll partner, Pirtle is a good man to call on.
Now here's Simmons. Last game he had 10 points. Bird outside. And there's the drive. Sarr against Barnes. Sarr gets the bucket. 7 points in the game.
Showing some strength on that finish. Sarr just pushing through that contact.
Bounce pass from Morris. It's stolen by McCain. And here we go. Fast break, and Bird's got it. And Simmons slams it in.
Team Larry Bird right now is the hottest team in the NBA. This is...
hammer down those alley-oops.
Wow.
Raptors trail by 7. Pass to Dick. Barnes kicks to Ingram. Here's Dick. Here's Morris. Here's Pirtle. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Pirtle's got his third basket of the night.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Outside, Sabonis. Five to shoot. Goes up on the block, and it's in off the backboard.
Well, that is setting the tone. Perfect 5 for 5 to start this game.
Pass to Dick. Pirtle sets the pick for Dick. A three-pointer, no good. Boston leading by 7. Al Simmons currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Now, here's Sabonis. To the inside. Here's Bird. Boston needs to get off a shot. Sarr's shot is off.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Barnes. And Boston with the rebound. Win after win, these guys now have 9 straight.
And we're seeing just how good this team is when they're firing on all cylinders. The way they're rolling right now, this winning streak could go on for a while.
Now, here's Sabonis. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. And Morris has got the ball here for Toronto. 7-point differential. Pass to Barnes. Simmons against Ingram. Down low. Here's Morris from deep. And there's Dick. That's good on the assist by Morris.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite three-point shot.
Here's Bird. Barnes grabs the miss.
Well, the defense did just enough to force that miss because he is a good finisher.
That one goes. Count it.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Brian Keith had a few moments to share with me. As far as Brandon Ingram goes, Coach believes that space is the key. He told me, quote, if we can close the gap, there aren't as many tools that he can go to, especially if we have a second defender to throw an occasional arm out. Percentages drop quite a bit in those cases. Back over to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
So much balance when Dick's in the air, always able to square his chest and make a confident stroke.
Pass to Bird. The kick out to Sabonis. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And timid old-school big man Jakob Pirtle still more than valuable in today's game.
Well, there certainly remains a place in this league for centers who defend the rim, rebound, and set screens. He might not be flashy, but he's a winning player.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Boston, right there in 5th position, middle of the pack in the conference. And checking out Toronto, right on their tail, vying to move up and take over if they get the chance.
It's a big game for Toronto, too.
Boston, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
Well, I think that extra gear is coming, especially as we get further down the stretch, when you're trying to build momentum for a playoff run.
Here's McCain. Still without a basket. And Sarr throws it down.
This is why you involve the big man Sarr in pick and rolls. He understands how to take advantage.
Barnes screen on Simmons. Ingram passes to Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Well, he saw the opportunity, and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
Now, here's Sabonis. And no good as it rattles out.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
Dick wide open. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Now it's a 5-point Toronto lead. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Pass to Sabonis. Here's Sarr. Bird outside. Shoots over Dick. Rebound by the Raptors.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
Sarr, the pass to Sabonis. That one, no good. Good D by Barnes.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team. Well, he's cooking now. That's 3 out of 4 here at the start.
Boston trails by 7. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
A lot of people think you shoot much better at home, but if you really look at the league-wide stats, it's only about 2 to 3 percentage points different on average.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Bol, he's checked in for Sarr. Koulibaly comes in for Jared McCain. And it's Ty Jerome in for Ben Simmons.
Yeah, Bol with the unique combination of height and skill. That's a challenge for any defender.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. So, Tim, for teams off to a really slow start, there's pressure to get it together before it's too late, and there's not enough time to make it up.
Well, it's early, so teams still have time. I think some teams have been affected by injury or just slow starts by individual players. It's not too late, but you can't wait too long either.
And so Bol nails both of them.
And like his father, Manu, Bol's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Now here's Ingram. 6 points for him. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Boston trails by 5. Pass to Bol. Back to Jerome. Ingram against Bird. 5 on the clock. Here's Bol. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist. Bird's got his 3rd assist on the night. Toronto leading by 3. Pass to Walter. Back to Barrett. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. For Boston, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. And here's Sabonis. Pass to Bird. A wide open look here for Koulibaly. It's good. This game is all even.
Well, taking full advantage of a defensive weakness there, and it certainly helps if you get shots that your guys can knock down.
Stolen by Bird. Plays it in off the breakaway.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
1:31 left to play in the first quarter. Ingram against Bird. 6 to shoot. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And now that we have a chance, let's show you the NBA's top thieves. This is the list of this month's steals leaders. You look at Bird, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
Now here is Martin. Off the mark, and the drop continues. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Buries it from three-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triplet.
Outside, Barrett. Pass to Walter. Toronto working the ball around now. Barrett, no good. Boston leading by 5. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Bird outside. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And Boston leads by 7.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
Sabonis, great play by Bird to set it up. Bird's got 6 assists in the game.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
That is just
oh my God.
Unselfish basketball.
Team Larry Bird right now is just...
The previous play is under review.
Are you kidding me?
And even though, you know,
did he get that off?
You don't need to replay in a situation like this. Still plenty of time.
Nah, he didn't get it off, but Bo.
Really, it's about getting
off
the
the bench, coming up big with his defense.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Team Larry Bird is the truth right now, man.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hands.
And even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves after a replay proves them right. They're like, see, we had it right all along. So, good call, fellas.
Alexander Sarg getting it done for Boston. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. Back to the action in just a minute. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Boston.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball. Looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
They've got Mohamed Bamba. Ty Jerome out there with Koulibaly. Then it's Bol. And it's Champagnie in at the small forward position. That's the Boston 5.
Hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of getting up and down the floor. Bol making himself a capable threat all over the floor.
Now, here's Barrett. Hasn't made one yet. Pulls up on the wing. That one doesn't drop. Boston leading by 11. Pass to Champagnie. Now Koulibaly. Now Bol. Now Jerome. Drains the three-pointer. Jerome's got the lead up to 14 now for Boston.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
Here's Murray Boyce. 8 points his last outing. You see a lot of pick and rolls, but you also, Greg, hear about inverted screens. Can you explain to the viewers what that means?
Yeah, that's where your guard actually is the one setting the pick for the bigger player, and having little guys who are willing to put their body on the line. You think of a Steph Curry, a John Stockton, two of the best to ever do it.
And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And Jerome has got the ball here for Boston. Last time they met was in Toronto where they beat the Raptors.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
Well, that's got to be an area of concern in this one. If they are able to dominate the boards again, it could be a repeat of the last meeting.
Barrett, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness. ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Kevin?
Yeah, you got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie. It's tipped. Jerome passes to Bull. Now, here's Bamba. Back to Bull. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Koulibaly. No good on the triple. Raptors trail by 12. Pass to Martin. Here's Abaji. No scoring in this one. Over to the wing. Here's Walter. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Boston leading by 12. Now Jerome. Pass to Bull. Trying to find Bamba. He gets it to him. Back to Bull. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound. Now Koulibaly. Here's Champagny. Boston again missing. Outside Barrett. Pass to Murray Boyle.
Look at the numbers for Barrett. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
But that's right. There's no question he's not their only offensive weapon, but he is a key cog in what they're trying to do.
Beasley's check in for Boston. Davion Mitchell comes in for Jerome. The Raptors making a switch here. And the first one drops. You know, Tim, you hear some players now feeling they're being unfairly criticized. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I do believe it can get personal at times, but listen, if you are in this league, I think it helps to have thick skin because you are going to be criticized from time to time.
But players do pay attention, don't they? They know what's being said and written.
They pay a lot more attention than they let on, Kevin. Believe me. And if they're not listening, somebody in their inner circle is. I promise you that.
And Toronto making a change. Hurdle's checked in. Raptors trail by 11. Pass to Dick. To the paint. Here's Ingram. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Dick against Beasley.
Hey, yo, right here.
Bamba in the high post. Still yet to score. Here's Bull. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
And again, no good by Toronto.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Kicks it out to Beasley. Back to Mitchell. Beasley outside. Here's Bull. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. And Morris has got the ball here for Toronto. Down by 15. Pass to Ingram. Outside Barrett. He's looking for Mitchell and finds him. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Beasley kicks to Bamba. Down low. Ingram with the steal. Morris into the lane. And Morris throws it down.
And boy, it's a joy to watch Ingram as he's developed. One of the hardest working players in the game.
Mitchell outside. Pass to Bull. Shoots over Ingram. And it's Bull that time on the assist by Mitchell. Bull's got 12 in the game.
And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
Now Dick over Beasley. Here's Here's Pirtle. Bamba with the block.
And the giant wingspan of Bamba strikes again. Just fantastic at spiking shots in a variety of ways.
Bull, that's good.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And timeout called by Darko Royakovic.
Man, Bo off the bench is killing these little
with
dudes.
his guys and talk about strategy.
He's getting so many uncontested shots because of his size at close range.
He's checked in for R.J. Barrett. You can just chalk up the points when these guys get to the line. Here are your top free throw shooters for the past month. You look at Bird, second in the
Bird
NBA.
and Steph ain't missed a shot
From the line.
And
in over a month.
Time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavers.
Now here's Ingram. 6 points for him. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Nice shot by Pirtle.
Yeah, well, this is where Pirtle operates right there. Close to the rim. He's extremely comfortable and very efficient.
Pass to Bamba on the wing. Bird. And here's Beasley. Mitchell looking it over. Shot clock at 5. No good from Bird. Raptors trail by 15. Inside. Here's Barnes, and it's blocked.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Saar, has major defensive potential.
Pass to Bamba. It's stolen by Morris. Now the Raptors moving it up. Ball going up court, and that one is good. Pirtle's got 10 points.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Good on the shot.
And they've repeatedly froze inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And a player, Tim, who stuffs the stat sheet, Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, Kevin, he just has a great all-around game. But the thing I like the most, he's very unselfish. He will pass up a shot if a teammate has a better one.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Bird with the bucket.
This is just what Bird does. He makes shooting from range look easy.
Ingram outside. Back to Morris. Pass to Barnes. It's Dick on the wing. Covered by Beasley. Dick, that's good. Boston leading by 16. Mitchell with it. Here's Saar, covered by Barnes. Saar in the post. Barnes on him. Saar's shot is off. Toronto's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Morris against Mitchell. Morris dishes to Pirtle. Pass to Dick. Shot clock at 6. Now here is Pirtle. Covered by Bamba. Ingram. And Saar pulls it down. Saar's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Now here is Bird. His last outing with 20 points. Tries it from 19. Toronto grabs the miss.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Morris finds Pirtle. Now Ingram. Bird covering. And that one's good. Ingram.
And loving when Ingram uses that length down low, not settling for the jumper.
And here is Mitchell. Ingram with the steal. Here's Dick. Finished off the break. Dick's got 4 points this quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Mitchell passes to Bamba. Barnes against Saar. Three-pointer, Bird. Silky three-pointer by Bird.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Morris passes to Bird. Now Dick. Barnes outside. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3. And Boston with the rebound. Bomba's got 6 rebounds in the game. Now here's Mitchell. 24 seconds left to play here in the half. Bird against Ingram. Bird can't hit.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Dick passes to Ingram. Hits it from three-point range. Ingram's got 11 points.
That's great use of the bounce pass in that situation to make sure the ball got there.
And so it's Boston up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Well, I think for the Raptors, they've stayed in the mix. A few people predicted they might regress. Clearly, that hasn't been the case. They continue to hum along. It'll be interesting to see how they close out this year.
Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Raptors.
To me, it starts with their effort. They have to become more active defensively to prevent easy look shot.
Yeah, the only way to slow down a team with good scores is to disrupt their rhythm. Otherwise, you fire up that barbecue.
Yeah, that was 1987 all over again.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third
Bol
quarter.
gave him some big minutes. Came off the bench and got 14 points in like 7 minutes, man.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Really an incredible game from Bol.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. In at the forwards, Ingram and Barnes. Dick is out there with Morris, and it's Pirtle in at the 5, roaming the paint. Right wing. Here's Sabonis. And yes, it's good. Sabonis has got the first basket of the third quarter for Boston.
Even with the contest, Sabonis powers through, refusing to be denied.
Pirtle, the pass to Dick. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Larry Bird. The Raptors have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Tim, I can hear it in my head right now. You called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before them, for sure. Here's Morris following the basket by Larry Bird. And here's Ingram from the arc, and Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Morris finds Ingram. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw.
Man, Larry Bird cannot guard him. We got to get him off of him. There's no way. Love Larry, but that's why we do this series, to show the strengths and weaknesses. I think a better matchup, I think, will be Ben Simmons for him. I would say. I think most of you guys probably would agree with that as well. And we're going to just shrink we're going to make these guys beat us from the outside. We're not going to give them anything inside.
That is a strong finish by Ingram. Wiry strength, but he does have some power behind it.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line. 79% overall.
Boston leading by 13. Now Simmons on the wing. Bird. Larry unfazed by contact.
Whatever they said at halftime, it is working. They look super confident out there.
Morris passes to Pirtle. Here's Dick. There's the 3. Rebound Boston. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. On the wing, Bird. They double team Bird. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
It will be a rejump.
No way Bird was going to win that with Barnes.
Here's Dick. And the Raptors miss again.
That's a cold start out of the break. Only one of his first 4 has he gotten to go.
Sabonis kicks to Bird. Back to Sabonis. Pass to Bird. Over Morris. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Ingram setting a pick for Dick. In the corner, it's Morris. Off target from outside.
Well, certainly hasn't been a smooth start after the break. Just 1 for 5 here to start the third.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Kevin, back to you.
A tone setter for sure at that end. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. Sabonis finds McCain. Bounce pass Sarr. Bird against Dick. Fader on the way. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Bird's got 16.
And he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic.
Yeah, Larry Bird. That's all I can say, man.
Adjusting a thing or two. These players have excelled at setting up their teammates this month. The 2K leaderboard shows us the recent assist leaders.
Man, look at
Bird.
Look at Isaiah and Magic.
And a great leader.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
Pass to Dick. Barnes down low. Covered by Sarr. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last.
Great defense by Team Bird, rotating.
Boston's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo.
There's the rematch with Team Jordan coming up.
Bucks. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Zach LaVine.
And for that game against Los Angeles, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Bird finds Sabonis. Shoots over Pirtle. Sabonis, no good. Raptors trail by 17. Ingram outside. Pirtle with a screen on Song. Barnes down low. Working on Song. Barnes can't get it to go. Boston leading by 17. And Tim, watching Alex Czar, it's clear he can be a defensive game changer.
Well, his versatility is what jumps out at you, Kevin. Able to guard the three-point line and protect the rim. He's everything you want in a shot blocker. Timing, length, and verticality.
Here's Ingram after the basket by Sabonis. Ingram passes to Dick. Here's Morris. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Back to Bird. Outside, Simmons. Bird right side. Pass to Song. And the layup's good off the glass. Sarr's got 11 points.
And the endless length of Alex Sarr helping his impact down low.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Boston. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. And the slam dunk.
Larry Bird. Larry Bird.
And they show no signs.
Larry frickin' Bird.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic.
Larry frickin' Bird.
A moment to talk things
had a wide open three.
The pregame routine is.
Let's show that play. That was, dude. That's man. That's what basketball should be about, right there, man. I got goosebumps on that one, man. Had a wide open three. Everybody knows he probably should take it because you're Larry Bird. He was open. Turns it down and gets a better shot. They come on the fast break. I'm sorry, the camera angle. They need to fix the cameras on here. I want to target the ball. Oh, my God. I want to target the ball. I don't know why they won't have ball targeting. There we go. Throw a fast break. Comes down. Has a wide open shot. Fakes it. And then just waits for his man to clear. Sabonis was like, he wasn't even in the picture, man. I don't know how Bird made this happen. He just saw it out the corner of his eye. Bam.
Something I know you embraced, and we see that with guys like Curry and Durant. You've heard a lot about what they do. What was the most important part of your pregame regimen, Tim?
Well, Kevin, for me, I was really going to be judged based on catch-and-shoot percentages. Can I get off threes, and can I make threes? So for me, it was all about high-volume three-point shooting before the game, getting comfortable from every spot on the floor where I may get a shot.
And same routine every game?
Every game, same thing, and I made sure, of course, I finished on that make.
Wow. Here's Boston now. They're on a 16-7 run. Pass to Sabonis. Bol, a screen on Pirtle. Back to Sabonis. And he banks in the layup. Sabonis has got 10 points in just the second half.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Barrett. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, Barrett has a lot of physical gifts. He is a wing who is not bothered by taking it inside.
Here's Simmons. Bird left side. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. 18 points for Larry Bird.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up got to fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Boston.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
They grab their own miss. Hurdle finds Barrett. Second chance shot. Larry Bird grabs the miss.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And they double up Simmons. Bird passes to Sabonis and stolen by Barnes. Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Simmons.
Yeah, that's Barnes right there with the defense triggering that break off the live ball turnover.
Simmons dishes the ball. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's just good coaching. They have made the better adjustments.
Now, here's Barrett. He's given them a healthy dose of offense each and every night with an average of 20 points a game. 6 to shoot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, Tim, we see a lot of talented wings in this NBA. Where does R.J. Barrett separate himself?
Well, he's very difficult when he puts it on the deck, Kevin. He's got some moves, and he's got an array of finishes, both the layup package or he can pound it on your head.
And another of these young, talented players out of Canada, R.J. Barrett, is a high-level NBA athlete.
It's in the blood. His father played for the Canadian national team. Barrett, an attack wing who loves to get downhill.
The shot by Murray Boyles, no good. To the inside. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Here's a look at some stats for Sabonis. The past month has been surreal, averaging 15 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, his production is crucial to this team. They've sort of built around him, and it's why so many things are run through him.
And Jerome drops them both. Toronto shooting not great, 40% for the game. Barnes outside. Barrett against Jerome. Left side, Barrett. Count it. Murray Boyles has got 5.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Bird outside. Outside, Simmons. And they double up Simmons. A wide open look for Bird. Offensive rebound. He's looking for Sabonis and finds him. Stolen. Pass to Murray Boyle. Sweet little floater. 7 points in the game.
Watching the trajectory on a floater never gets old. One of the most fun ways to score that this league has.
Bird outside to the middle. Fades back. Bull getting it done. What a move that time. 20 points for Bull.
And guys, this is kind of Bull's role. He's out there to score, and he does it in a variety of ways.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Boston making some changes. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Sabonis. And it's Beasley in for Bird. And Toronto also making a switch. Ingram's checked in. Now here's Simmons. Pass to Jerome. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Jerome's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they start valuing the basketball.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Simmons on the wing. Pass to Bull. Here's Jerome. Beasley for 3. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Boston, rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up a quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone.
One thing I got, that last
and
play.
It's time to bring up the State Farm assist.
That last play, man. This is one of this is a video game conversation I want to have. 2K needs to seriously, don't think about it. They need to do this. They need to change the passing icons, because here we have a situation where a guy's coming wide open. And the problem is they use monotone to serve up, the icons. It's hard to distinguish between, you're talking about a split second. It's like the NBA. You got to make your split second decisions. The blur effect, I can't distinguish between square and circle all the time. It's so hard to see it. They need to make them color coded, because it's easier to recognize colors and shapes as opposed to just a shape on a small little white screen with a little black italic. You can barely even see it. It's a horrible design. Madden understands this. Like, Madden has always used color-coded icons. Always. Because they recognize it's almost impossible. You need to be able to make split-second decisions as the defense is adjusting. And I thought I was passing to circle. See, this is a wide-open pass. I hit the wrong button. I should be going this guy, right? Because I'm thinking that is square or whatever I thought it was. It was the wrong button. That's the whole point. I should have been going this guy. And that cost me. See, that gives a chance for the defense to now rotate. See? It's a fundamental flaw in the game that allows for unrealistic basketball. What you want to do for what 2K and all sports games should seek to do, number one, gameplay should be excellent. But number two, you should always look to achieve maximum logical sport realism. Eliminate the mechanical failure so you don't have that kind of. Nobody would ever do this. It looks like bad basketball. It's a bad play. Makes the game look bad. But anyway, I digress. Back to the gameplay.
Of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches love unselfishness, and this is exactly what they're referring to.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Jared McCain is out there with Ty Jerome. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then it's Bamba, and it's Bull in at the 4 spot. That's the Boston 5. And Ingram has got the ball here for Toronto. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles, taking on the Lakers. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Well, he comes out and puts his toe in the water. And when he gets hot, he keeps his foot on the accelerator.
Beasley outside. Pass to Bull. Now Jerome beyond the arc. Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
The activity from Bamba when he's playing with a high motor, watch out.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Tim, the NBA is always changing, but any predictions for the league that you kind of feel we're going to see around the corner?
Yeah, Kevin, I just think the influx and the impact of international players is going to be even stronger going forward. I think a lot of guys have seen the success that those players have had in the NBA, and hopefully it inspires even more great players internationally to want to play this great game.
And for a short time, you played overseas. You saw a lot of them firsthand.
I sure did, and I was in France well before the French influx really hit this league, but I knew then that was the goal.
And it's Ingram missing. Boston's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Barrett against McCain. Back to Jerome. Clock at 6. Bamba kicks the ball. Lets it fly from 18. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pass to Ingram. Rebound, Boston. Bulls got 6 rebounds now in the game. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Jerome. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And Barrett gets it to go.
And the thing I love about Barrett in watching him, he plays with toughness and determination.
Pass to Jerome. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Beasley. Fires from deep. They get it back. Back to Jerome. McCain finds Bamba. Nice ball movement by Boston. Another shot. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. McCain's got his first 2 points. Raptors have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Ingram outside. Over Beasley. Pass to Abaji. Here's Murray Boyle.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Mohamed Bamba. Second personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Toronto. Murray Boyles. At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Larry Bird's checked in for Boston.
Team Larry Bird trying to get up. Working their way up into the top 4 seeds. They're on a 9-game winning streak, about to make it 10.
So he gets them both. And
highest team in the NBA right now.
Player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination.
Barnes passes to Ingram. Inside, stolen by Bamba. Pass to Bull. Driving in, and the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Bull. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Raptors shooting 43% from the floor. Dick in the corner. Here's Murray Boyle. Back to Dick. And here is Ingram. 5 to shoot. The 3 from Barnes. And the Raptors miss again. For Boston, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter.
That 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority.
Barnes against Jerome. Pass to Dick. For 3, Ingram. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
At the elbow, it's Bird. Fades. And again, it's Boston converted.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, when you have the lead, ball security is everything. Just focus on each trip up the floor.
To the paint. Bounce pass from Pirtle. And stolen by Bull. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went.
Oh, my God. That is... Oh, that's a terror. Let's check these passings. Oh, I was making a bounce pass up the court. Come on. I can't stand it when the right play doesn't get made. Jesus, man. He's passing. Make the right pass. Jesus, I don't always have to resort to icon passing every time.
Over and back.
Well, it's really turned around for him because he really took care of the ball in the first half.
Some changes for Boston. Champagne's checked in, and it's Koulibaly in for Jared McCain. Monte Morris is checked in for Toronto. Pass to Pirtle. Now Dick. Now here is Morris. Dick with it. They could use a bucket. Going inside.
That's what makes Dick dangerous. You can't just play him as an outside shooter. He'll go to the hoop like he did there.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Here's Champagnie. Bird outside. Over Barnes. And it's Bird missing.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken that shot there. The defensive intensity was all over him.
Back to Ingram. Over Mitchell. And it's Ingram missing. For Boston, they've gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Koulibaly against Morris. Lets the three fly, and Grady Dick gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
So, Tim, in the past, it's always been accepted that the veteran-laden teams would have an edge. But I don't know if we're seeing that as much now. What do you think?
Well, I think you used to see a lot more continuity with rosters across a number of years. But nowadays, much shorter contracts means you have teams that evolve and change more regularly than ever before.
Almost feels like you got to be more nimble as a franchise than ever before.
You absolutely have to have much more forethought because you keep these groups together for a shorter period of time.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Bird against Morris. And here's Bird. Here's Koulibaly. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Barnes kicks to Morris. Morris with the screen for Dick. Driving to the basket. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Dick's got 4 this quarter.
Not just a jump shooter. Dick can operate inside that restricted area.
Pass to Bird. Outside, Sabonis. Over Pirtle. Sabonis, no good. Toronto's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Morris outside. Back to Dick. Pirtle with a screen on Koulibaly. Pass to Pirtle. And stolen by Song. Ingram against Simmons. Here's Song.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
On the wing, Koulibaly. 5 on the clock. Simmons. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. The Raptors have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Takes it off the glass.
Brandon Ingram.
Ingram's got 9 points now in just the second half.
That's solid defense. Ingram is just too long.
Simmons against Ingram. Left side, Sabonis. To the right side. Sabonis' screen on Barnes. Boston, no good that time either.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Boston.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Larry Bird.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Sabonis sets the pick for Bird. And the space there, but it's offline.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Well, that happens sometime. Nothing is guaranteed in this league.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Alan LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Larry Bird.
There's your finished team, Larry Bird, continuing his winning ways. The Raptors actually didn't even take that many threes. How about that? They only took 19 threes to make 4. But the team Larry Bird, look at, man. They held these boys. Look at the time of possession for Team Bird was 25 minutes to their 22. They only got 70 shots in a modern era game. Dude, that is a crawling pace. Team Larry Bird took the air out the ball in this one. Just killed them in the post, running their plays in their half-court offense. Shutting down the lane, had 5 blocks as a team, 11 steals, about 19 points off turnovers, 56 points in the paint, 22 fast break points, 8 second chance points, and 46 points off the bench, mostly by Bol. And we'll take a look at Bol and his numbers. Bol's leading scorer tonight, man. I swear, man, this is crazy. With Magic and Larry Bird, they just make everybody else better. Bird with 22 points, 8 rebounds, 13 assists, 3 steals, 10 for 20, took 21 shots. It's a bit high for him in a game like this. But a lot of those were like standstill. I think he missed a couple spot-up shots. Bol just killed him inside, though, man. Sabonis with 16 points, 6 rebounds. Bamba off the bench with 10 boards. Sarr with 11 and 7. Jerome with 13. Man, everybody eating, man. Ingram took 20 shots to make 22 points. Not bad shooting, except he went 1 for 5 from 3. Mr. Dick, 17 for 13. He was accurate from mid-range, but Dick couldn't hit from deep. I know it's... do with that what you will, guys. Enjoy that one. But oh god, it's just a gift that never stops giving. R.J. Barrett 5 points. Barnes with 6. I thought Barnes didn't do much. He's their best player. He didn't even do anything tonight. They just shut that lane down, man. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights. Let's start with Bol, man. I thought he was the star of the game. I mean, Larry Bird's Larry Bird, but Bol really took the game over in the second quarter when he came. I mean, the first and second quarter when he came in off the bench. He just destroyed that small lineup they were playing with. Just took them right inside, using little jump hooks, getting out and running, and he was also blocking shots, picking off passes, hitting mid-range shots over smaller guys. Look at that, smaller guy can't block his shot, mid-range shot. And of course, Mr. Larry Bird, the Bird man over here on the offensive glass, putting it back in there. Another rebound, Larry, finding his teammates. Koulibaly from the weak side. Hook pass over to Sarr for mid-range jumper. Good. Rebound. Another steal. Kickoff, man. Relay pass. Catch and shoot from deep. Swish. Calling for it. Wide open from mid-range. Butter. Man, reverse hook off the glass. And that's the story here for Team Larry Bird. Continues to dig ditches for bodies out here. Team Bird is taking bodies out here. Trying to reduce that distance, bro. They trying to climb. They getting close. Team Bird doing it, man. They were, man. If you guys have been paying, for those that have been following the entire season, you know where Team Bird's been coming from, man. For them to be 16-5, they're within one game of Team Kareem and taking them. They're getting close to taking Jordan. Now keep in mind, they play Team Jordan in about 3 days from now. So that's going to be a huge, huge game. But don't skip on Giannis now. I ain't going to overlook Giannis Antetokounmpo. He'll be playing, and his boys, and Miles Turner. That's going to be hard. And think of mine, Giannis and Miles Turner match up very well with Team Bird in terms of size. So that'll be a good game, especially with Giannis out in the open court. It'll be interesting to see how Team Bird deals with Giannis Antetokounmpo with the matchup with Sabonis, and Sarr, because we all know what Giannis is. Giannis is a walking bucket. Once you get Giannis going downhill, it's almost impossible to stop him. So Team Bird doesn't have a lot in the way of team speed at the center position or the power forward position outside of Alexander Sarr. So we'll see what happens there. But other than that, man, yeah, Team Bird is doing it. Hardest team in the NBA. 10-game winning streak, man. They were dead. Remember, for those that came in late, they started the season off, lost their first 2 games. First win of the season was a 17-point comeback against the Oklahoma City Thunder in Oklahoma City on ring night. The defending champions got their rings. Team Bird comes in there and shocks them. And then they got on a little win streak. Had a great game against some good teams here. Ran to Shaquille O'Neal and took 2 bad losses back in a row against Team Shaquille O'Neal. Had a win against the Charlotte Hornets. Lost against the Hawks. And ever since then, it has been Team Bird. Boom, 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 boom. They beat the Spurs, Grizzlies, Trailblazers, Magic. Then they just beat Team Jordan last night in an unbelievable performance. Let's take a quick look at that for those that may have missed that game. You can go check it out in my playlist. But here's the stat line. Michael was spectacular, but nobody else was. That's all I can say. Team Bird, look at that stat line. Larry Bird got everybody involved, man. I think Bird almost had a triple-double. He had 20 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 6 steals, and only took 13 shots. 1 3 and went 5 for 5, and got everybody in double figures that played in the game almost. Just total domination. And back-to-back. Now they follow up with that kind of performance. So. But with that, guys, that's the story with Team Larry Bird, the hottest team in the NBA right now, pushing towards that upper echelon before we get into we are in the second quarter of the season right now. So whatever chance they have to catch the top, guys, this is it. They have to win. Because if they don't do it now, they're never going to do it. They can't afford a 2 or 3 game losing streak. That'll kill their chances. They'll be down there fighting for a play-in tournament spot. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and see who the next team is up on the docket. I believe it will be Team Dr. J. Yep, Team Dr. J is up next. Team J going on the road to play the 4-16 Pistons. Now, I know the Pistons in real life are kicking butt, but you have to understand, because of the draft, certain players are no longer with their teams, so they're not the Pistons that you know in real life. The Pistons right now in real life are kicking butt. I had a conversation with a buddy of mine who put me on game about the Pistons, and I'm gonna start following them because he's telling me they're playing a brand of basketball that's not like everybody else's. They're playing good team defense. You know, they're not necessarily shooting as many threes as everybody else, and they are shutting the lane down, particularly with Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham with their rangy size. They're able to go ahead and do a lot of things defensively. So I'm gonna start checking those guys out after All-Star break myself, because a buddy of, again, like I said, a buddy of mine put me on game on that. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take a look here at this matchup. It will be Dr. J at power forward, coming off the victory they just had against San Antonio, and Cade Cunningham, the all-star point guard with so much size and range, Cam Reddish, Ron Harlow, and Isaiah Stewart. So we'll have that game coming for you guys here shortly, and I will see you guys for that one. Before we go, let's take a quick look at Team Dr. J's record. They are 13-7 in the Western Conference. A couple of games behind Team Showtime, so as you can see, it's important to keep winning because the Western Conference is not nearly as sold up like the East is. Like the two top spots pretty much have distance from Dr. J's team on all the way down, basically down to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Anything can happen every day. It could change. But they're all within one game of each other, so it's a dogfight in the Western Conference, baby. It's just going, you lose two games, you'll get your heart broken. You'll be out of the play. You'll be in play-in tournament or out the playoff picture for competing long term. But yeah, that'll be the game coming up next. And by the way, too, Team Dr. J will be taking on Kobe after this. How about that? Their next game after they take on the Pistons, they'll be taking on Kobe, and then they'll have LeBron and Luka. So some good games coming up for Team Dr. J. Those will be pretty exciting. As a matter of fact, I believe Team Dr. J already played Kobe. They beat Team Kobe already. As far as the legend teams that they've beaten Team Kobe, they've beaten Team Kareem. They lost to Magic's team, Team Showtime, and they lost to Isaiah Thomas's Bad Boys. So in terms of the legend teams, they are they're two up and two down on legend team battles. So they have a chance right now. Especially, it's pretty important because these are Western Conference games as well. Because they want to make sure they get those games because it's going to be good for for tiebreakers or whatever for playoff positioning. But yeah, guys, next game coming up, it'll be Julius, the Dr. Irving, going to Detroit to take on Cade Cunningham and his boys. And I'll have that one for you here shortly, here on Lexington Strong Style Sports, continuing coverage of the NBA Legends and the Modern Era Ultimate Season Showdown. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Thanks.